This is your standard item sorter. If you have a container full of mixed items and you want to take one specific item out of that container that is sorted out, it's very simple. All you have to do is fill all the slots of the hopper below with the item that you want to sort out. Now, the hopper can only take redstone out of it since all of its slots are filled with redstone and redstone can only stack with each other. But this limits you to 5 storage spaces or 5 stacks. And if you try to add a container beneath it, such as a chest, to expand the amount of spaces for that item, what happens is it ends up working until the container full of mixed items runs out of the item that you want to sort. In which case, the filter item that you have to prevent other items from getting into the hopper gets sucked into the container below as well, and it stops working. So, we want this hopper to send items through, but stop sending items through once it reaches a particular amount, so that the redstone dust stays in and keeps acting as a filter. This is a circuit that does exactly that. Wait, but how does this all work? Well, in order to figure out how this works, we need to figure out what the comparator does. The comparator has many functions, but the one that we utilize in order to make sorting systems is that it can read how full a container is and output a signal strength based on that information. So, if we fill that hopper to the brim with the maximum amount of items it can hold, then it'll output signal strength 15. It will never go to 16 and light this redstone lamp because 15 is the maximum. Basically, the more items we have, the more powerful the signal strength. So what this comparator does is output a signal strength of 1 normally, but once it reaches a signal strength of 2 as the contents of the hopper fill up more, it powers this redstone repeater, turns off this torch, allowing this hopper to unlock and pull items from the hopper above it. It's easier to understand if you look at how it's configured. 18 of the item that you want to sort in the first slot, and filter items in all 4 of the other slots. It just so happens that 18 plus 4 items is the maximum amount of items where the comparator will output a signal strength of 1. If the amount of items in the hopper goes even 1 over this amount, then the comparator will start outputting a signal strength of 2, like so, which will power this repeater and turn off this torch, which unlocks this hopper and allows it to take an item from the above hopper. And once it goes back to 18, the comparator will stop outputting a signal strength of 2 and go back to signal strength 1, which unpowers this repeater and turns the torch back on, locking it again. This means that we can pull items from the hopper into a bigger container such as a chest, but stop pulling once the amount of items reaches a particular amount so that we can keep filtering.